Hello, United States. I started to make a series of little video clips in which I want the world to understand that within the next 5 years we will have world peace until the 22nd of February 2022. We all want to have peace on this planet. So, here are some facts that you need to understand about this planet that that make us see why a world peace is necessary. Here is here's the United States and Canada, and you see when you just turn your continent upside down, you have this furious cat, um, which depicts the United States and Canada. And here in the mouth of it sits a huge rabbit. And this rabbit has short ears and is a little, yes, it's a little overweight, which speaks for the times of the days right now and what's happening on your continent. This this wild cat, to me it looks like a wild cat. Here's the eye, right? Here's the mouth, here's the nose, here's some ears. This wild cat is pointed towards Europe, and Europe um, Europe is a pretty, is a pretty it's a continent that has a lot of symbols right there as well. Let me, for example, show you what the Baltic Sea looks like. This is the Baltic Sea, and if you look at closely, you will see that the Baltic Sea is a magic magician here with eyes here to the left and the right. Here's the nose, here's the mouth, and here's a long finger pointing towards St. Petersburg, right here. See? And St. Peter, if you know the Bible a little bit, St. Peter is the guard who either lets us into heaven or not. So this magician here, the Baltic Sea, he's pointing towards St. Peter because he wants you, the West, to understand that, it's all about going back to heaven or staying here on earth and struggling and struggling and struggling. And here, right here, you have this magical dragon. This dragon plays a big role on this planet because he is in a lot of places on this planet. Let me show you more dragons. The entire of Latin America and South America is actually supposed to be one huge dragon. Here's the head in Africa. Here's the eye. Here's a big tear running down. There's another big tear running down. And this is the entire body. Some of it is underneath the water. And here you have the tail of the dragon. And down here, this part is called the Drake Street. Drake comes from dragon. So you see, this is a huge dragon. Another dragon on this planet is right here. This is my favorite island of the Hawaiian Islands. It's called Kauai, and it's the northernmost island of the Hawaiian Islands. And you have one dragon face right here, like a chameleon in a way. And he doesn't look very happy. He's pointed towards China, while this guy here, he's facing the United States of America as well. He's actually facing Los Angeles. And the reason why they're not very happy is because of the politics that you're probably not very happy about yourself, but you have to do something about it. You are the only ones who can escape and understand that you're not Americans, but maybe you want to be Amoricans, because amor, that means love, and there's some things that need to change in order for you to become Amoricans rather than morons. And this guy, if you think about the song Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Hanalei. See, this bay up here is called Hanalei Bay. So, there are so many indications for you to understand that what I'm saying here is not just something I'm making up, but it's something that's truly real. Here is another dragon. It's right up there in Laboratory Island. Labrador Island. This is the Labrador Sea, right? Here's Europe. Back over here on the other side is Europe. Here is the Laboratory Sea. Laboratory Sea. And this dragon goes like, pshh. Don't tell anyone that this is a big laboratory. And either you do well or you don't. And this has all something to do with Saint Peter, who either lets you in or he doesn't. See? This is here in Europe. I live in Berlin, and in Berlin we have a huge angel, and this angel is really a gigantic angel. Let me see. Do I have a great picture here? Yes, I do. Here it is. This is a part of Berlin. It looks like a huge angel, a pigeon in an angel dress. You see, here's the pigeon, here's the beak, here's the eye, here's the halo, here's the wing, and here's the angel dress. Can you see that? So this is like a big angel pigeon, one could say. This, because today is Pentecost, I think it's a good symbol for the Holy Spirit that I'm spreading while spreading the word. So I want you to understand that this is a very peaceful message. There's nothing to be angry about or to feel that, I'm just another liar, because, I'm not. I'm a very peaceful person. I want you to understand that these are beautiful gifts by God who means very well. And here, this is the tip of the African continent. It's a pharaoh's face. Here's the tipsy nose, here's the eye, here's the mouth. And down here, this is the Cape of Good Hope. That's the pharaoh's beard. And it looks like a pharaoh. You can see that. And actually, here, the place that's here is called Paternoster. And Paternoster is a Latin form for saying our Father. So the Pharaoh seems to be our Father. It has something to do with our Father. So if you think of the meaning of Pentecost again, it has a lot to do with the Holy Spirit and our Father. And yeah, spreading the word, I can tell you that I'm the Son. But it's not about me. It's about us understanding something about this world. Namely, that this part here is in the Indonesian Sea, and you can see a Peter Pan-like figure here with a huge oversized hand. Do you see that? He has like this oversized hand, and it's pointing at this little island up there. And this little island, you see, it looks almost like the profile of Queen Victoria from England. Yeah, Victoria, victory, victory! Oh my God, victory! And right in front of her tipsy nose is a butterfly. And this butterfly stands for lightness and for transformation. And transformation is something that a lot of us need nowadays. We need to let go of everything that holds us down. Aren't you ready to become light? And aren't you ready to transform into a lighter being? Well, I can tell you this is possible. It's possible by really letting go of heavy baggage. And letting go of heavy baggage means to let go of attitudes that hold you down. Another thing that probably most of us know is that Italy looks very much like a boot. Everybody knows that the Italian, that Italy is supposed to look like a boot, and and the don't I have a good picture of Italy right now? Well, you can see yourself. Italy looks like a boot, and in front of Italy is an edgy stone called Sicily. And we all know that from Sicily there comes something that's called the mafia, the Mothers and Fathers International Association. That's what the mafia stands for. And the mafia is basically, that's thieves and people who use weapons and terror in order to get what they want, and what they want is not always something that is good for everyone on this planet. So in front of this boot is the mafia called Italy. And a little more northwards, you can check it yourself on your own card, there is this island here. It's called Sardinia. Look how pretty this Sardinia looks. It looks like a very nice spirit who's facing the east. But if you look closely here to the west, it's almost a little like a witch facing the west, because it all has a lot to do with the east and the west. And above Sicily, Sardinia, is an island called Corsica. Let me see if I have Corsica here somewhere. I might. Yes, I do. Here's Corsica. And if you look at it closely, it looks roughly like a hand pointing northwards. Can you see that? This is Corsica. This is Sardinia. And the thing it's pointing at is something really miraculous. Da-da-da-da. It's pointing towards a face, this face right here, which is called Schleswig-Holstein. And Schleswig-Holstein is the northernmost part of the German country, and it's facing westwards. And right here you see there are teardrops running upwards, tears to heaven. And right in front of its forehead is a bottle opener. Not an old school bottle opener, but a modern bottle opener with an automatism. So, once you get the message, once everybody gets the message, an automatism will take place, and everybody will just open their bottle in their foreheads, and all limits can go, all borders that we set ourselves, every limit that we set ourselves, will open up. And right here you see there's an Armstrong here. You see, it's all built by God, and he's even showing us, see, I made it all with my own power. If you affirm with the Roman mythology, you will know that that there is something called Janus. Janus has two heads, and so has this part of Schleswig-Holstein and the Danish island of Jutes. It's actually called the Cimbric Peninsula. This is the face facing America and even Great Britain, and this is the face even with the stupa on top, like a Buddha stupa, and it's facing the east. It's facing Russia. It's facing everything that's in the east, China, and Japan and Vietnam. You've probably heard these names before. Those are countries that have really, really, really suffered a lot from the West and from the suppression through the Western countries. Also through the like all Western countries basically. I mean, there is so much slavery happening right now in the East because of us, because we are so greedy and we want and we need more and stuff, and we are part of the reason why they are losing more and more of their beautiful cultures. So it's, up to us to give them back what's theirs and their heritage. And their heritage is wisdom and peace and serenity. And, if we want to, we can give it back to them. By understanding that this hand of Corsica is pointing right in one line towards this Cimbrical island for us to understand the message that God is giving us here. And yeah, this is very important for us to understand. Another great image that I want to show you is this cute dragon here. Well, I mean, like, cute undermines what the power of this dragon's message is. You see, it's Ireland, exactly. And a lot of people in the United States come from this magical island. And if you've ever been curious about the Celts and, the heritage of the Celts, there's so much that we can learn from the Celtic culture. And the Irish, they had a lot of wars because of being, either Catholic or Protestant, and it had a lot to do with, power and being mightier than the other one and wanting to suppress the other one and stuff. And that's very sad because they've already been Christian in the north and the east and the south, and still they had so much wars, and I mean it's so many wars. It's been really terrible how how one country could have been so ununited. So it's really up to us to give Ireland their legacy back of being brothers and to reunite. It's very important. This dragon, this cute, beautiful dragon with the eye here, the mouth here, the wing here, the tail here, and the tummy here. This island faces what I call the bad consciousness. And the bad consciousness, if you look closely, the bad consciousness is what we call England or the United Kingdom. And the United Kingdom, the body is facing Europe, but the head is facing this dragon here. And it knows that the dragon is coming up. That's why this United Kingdom is turning the face towards the dragon here, with the nose here, whatever it is, the mouth here. And on top of it is a fairy-like figure. See, with the hunchback. Here's the eye, there's the mouth, here's a finger, and this fairy is facing something that I would call a spine that's divided. This lower part where, that should be connected to earth, and this hard part is, that's, it's not one spine like a soul. I always say the soul is within the spine. The spine's head is torn off, everything else from that spine. And this hunchback fairy goes like, gotcha. And if you think about the word Scotland, it sounds a little like scout land. So this fairy is actually scouting for souls, that can still be healed. Some souls can, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't want to make this too long. There's a lot for you to digest, I guess. But those are the most important things for you to know right now. And always remember, there is a dragon, and this dragon is very light and bright, and he's the solution to a lot of our problems if we understand that it's all about getting back to our original spirituality. Thanks for listening. Have a good day, everyone. And happy Pentecost!